it was, but we know it was continued. Let me go to GitHub quickly because as I push the code. Sure, Tabis.
Hi guys, how are you?
Put yourself.
I'm also good. So this is my first time joining in.
Yes.
What are we busy with today, if I may ask?
So we were supposed to be doing a testing, but guys need they ask for a quick recap so that they can understand the back end of things. Because we built what we did is we built our own system from ground up and then we're testing it so that we know from both ends, from back end perspective and testing perspective, how everything works.
Oh, okay. The system that you did build is for doing what, if I may ask?
For now, we said it should include payments. What else? But then we've only done the basically the user being able to log in and manage their account so far. We haven't really integrated any other aspects of the system as yet.
Oh, okay. Thank you. I was just asking so that I'm not too lost.
Okay. And how's your knowledge basically, testing or development side?
Oh, okay. My knowledge is very, very, very limited. Testing, I did attend Ngozi KK's classes last year.
Yes.
So I know some bit of thing. And then as for development, I did many months ago when I was doing my diploma in BTech. So yeah, it was just many, many years ago. So now I just, and on top of that, I was not lucky to find something into what I was majoring in. I found job into something which is completely out, which is networking. So I was a server administrator for a very long time. So now I just
want to come back to software.
Yeah, branch out and do. So I figured let me just do software testing since in 2018 I did my ISTQB certification and I was unlucky in getting a job because everywhere you go they need experience and if you don't have it sucks. Yeah,
it does.
Yeah, so now I just want to come back because if you're doing something that is boring for a very long time, you become very rusty. Yeah.
But Pelele, a quick one here. Here's the issue that we had. So this part, this line 44, this line, it said should return if continue. So that was the issue we had when we tried to update a user. We couldn't. Okay, it did update it, but then it didn't return a response because of this continue thing. So yeah, so we changed this to line 44. We changed it to to okay, to return an okay, so that we can be able to get the response instead of it having to wait for a response. We don't know when it's going to come. Apply. So I'm updating everything now. So maybe my network might cut here and there. So I'm not sure where to start with the recap so that we can be able to do SQE wanted to do rest assured as well. Was it you, SQE? I forgot who wanted rest assured.
Yeah, from Postman and then to it was me. Maybe you can start it soon. It was me.
So
So
I don't know how do we recap? Do we start from ground up and then Okay, so let's so we can go to rest assured. Okay. So, and how good are you with frameworks?
I'm not an expert, but with my practice last year, I can say I'm there. Not superly there, yeah.
Yeah, I was also in KK's class, so we can build a framework. I think page object model, I think we can, using Cucumber, we can do something.
We do it in Cucumber, or should we just write, basically write tests and then I'm just with the rest assured only?
Yeah, the way you know it, Bruce, just a short, whatever. Then we'll follow.
So let me run this then first, we're testing against it. And then I can create a new one here inside the module. What do I call it? First API testing. I'm not good at naming things, guys. Is this fine?
Yeah, it's fine. It's fine.
Yeah, fine. Sure. 8.5.
Doing the rest now.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's 0.5. So we go to our Maven repository and we want our rest assured.
Add-ons. How many add-ons do we actually add?
We can add maybe 2. There's only this one because it also does. So should we install? Okay, let's install another one. Unit. Click install.
First of all, what is REST? When they say REST, what are we actually doing?
I beg your pardon?
Well, I mean, they say what is for?
What, this one?
Rest assured, general, rest assured, just
yeah, so rest assured is basically you having to send your request to your endpoints basically, and then you test if it's returning what you basically wanted to return. So for instance, if you're registering a new user and you want to get a status 201, you use rest assured to test if the level you're getting that 201 or not. And then, with that, you assert on that if you did get what you want. Same as with our postman. Remember our postman? We had these tests.
So are we verifying everything on Postman, but now we're doing it on ZHJ?
Yeah, it's the same thing. So Postman in this one. There's some feedback there. I don't know who's.
Yeah, I don't. Let me mute. I don't know who.
Okay. So rest assured works the same as Postman Velenaya, and then you can have your own scripts. Yeah. Your own scripts. Okay, seems like I don't have okay, no, this is the wrong one. It's this one. Okay, we didn't write on my test on this one, yeah? We did not.
No.
Seems like we did not.
No, we didn't.
Is this clear or is it too small? I don't even know how to zoom this.
Just
Okay.
increase one notch up. Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, so should we do the Postman testing, API testing, writing scripts here, or should we just continue the rest of that? Which one first?
Let's finish that side, bro. Let's not jump. I don't know what that
What
is.
is that?
Yeah.
Are we all okay, guys?
Yeah, I'm good with it.
Hmm? So we have our endpoint, which is this one, controller. API v1 users, quick.
The endpoint.
Oh, it's the same. Okay. Use all tabs. Saved as there. Start with the registration one. Okay, registration is a test. So we only did this one last. Okay, so here it was. So when you register, like I said, you want to expect it status 201. So you're basically asserting that on this line, if it is indeed 201. Close this. How do I close this? So let's just take a look in that because the registration part is done. And you can bully this part. So with this one, we say postman.test so that we can have this tab. Where is it? Okay. I think eventually after you run it, but there's a tab that is available up by the testing, and then you see how many first passed, how many did fail. Maybe I need to run it and see. Need to change this because it's connecting to the one we deployed. Let me make it local. Was the test one because we have our response, everything passed. 40 or test results. Yeah, so now this is what I was talking about. If I like here, so let me make this local. Okay, so what happens, Lana, is what we did is we want to get the JSON a response from our. So when you send a request, there's a response that comes back. So we're reading from that response. We want to get the data from that and then converting that response to a JSON, which is this one. And then this is our response. And then from this response here, This is not a test, though. These two lines are not a test. We want to read from this response that we received. We want to read the token, which is this. So if you have any other information that you did receive, maybe your user ID or whatever information, or what time did you log in, you can still read that from here. So whatever response you did get here. So I'm basically trying to read that information and assigning it to our environment, which is this. We have our access token here. So we want to automatically assign that information to our access token here.
Okay.
And then from line 4 to line 23, those are our tests. So line 4 is just testing if the response that we received is a 201, which is this one. This information that we received is a 201. And then if it is a 201, then it will be a pass, otherwise it's going to be a fail. And then we have this one, which just basically reads if we have this field called access token, which yes, we do have. And then if we do have it, we want to basically we're reading that information first, as we did here. We're reading the information as we did here. And then from that, we just want to see, we're expecting it to be an object basically. And then we're just also checking if this key, this access token key. So here, this means it's not empty, basic, it's not a null. And then here we're just checking if we do have the key, which is this one. So if it returned something empty, this line was going to fail. This one was going to fail. And then this obviously is a null, or it's basically just a non-existing object, basically, or there was a failure in our response. Then here we're just checking our access token if we have, just checking this one if it's not empty, this part if it's not empty. So again, we're reading that information there, and then we want it to be a string, hence this part. We're reading the access token key, we're getting a value from it, and we want this part to be a string, hence we're checking it to be a string and have a length of at least 1. So it should be at least 1 or more. So hence you see at least 1.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just a quick question. These PM tests, are they auto-generated there on the side, or you have to write PM test and then everything?
No, you can otherwise, like Zama did on post. Yeah, and then you can what test you want to. This will help you as well. Yeah, no, you can still use it at work.
Okay.
People at work do use ChatGPT also. So yeah.
Okay.
So is being as long as you don't to fix your own errors.
Yeah.
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 So they do allow you to use AI, but don't. If you wrote your own application that only expects to read a JSON file, if it's receiving an XML or a text file, it will fail. So basically with this, you're just making sure that you're returning the correct format type of the document or the response.
You can do X number of tests, right? Any amount that you want to test,
yeah.
that you want to test against. Okay.
Yes. And then, so we can basically rewrite this as well on rest assured.
Cool. Yeah. So yeah. So everything here we can move to REST. Is that
Yeah.
now automation? No. Automation,
No.
API automation testing. No, it's not that yet.
So basically, API automation, basically any automation, you have to write a script. So this is me. I wrote this script. So you write a script like this. So every time you run, you can push this to your CI pipeline, and then every time someone makes an update like pushes to your pipeline, and then the script will run, and either you will get. I think I have a project that did fail. Let me quickly confirm GitLab. I don't know if I did right. No, I think I did. Let me quickly confirm. On this one, I only pushed only one. Everything went wrong. Um, 878 1 4. Why is it failing? Okay. But then in all essence, there's a tick on GitLab where it's either an X or a green tick. If it failed, there's an X. If it did pass, there's a green tick. Much like what we're going to see if we write our own test on this side. So let's just write one at least, a registration as well here. Go to our REST API. Okay, we did have this. Yeah, go to test.
Happening. Me, I cut. So everybody cut there for a second. I got cut off for a second, but it's fine now.
You kind of? Your line
I'm
is
saying I
broken.
got cut off for a second there.
Oh,
Yeah, I got
okay.
cut off for a second.
All right. So what I normally like to do when I write my own test is having my own helper my helper class instead of having to rewrite the same code. We'll do a helper test soon. I just want to quickly show you. So let's make this a test. And then we say public void registration, basically. Then now we want to write our own rest assured thing test. You say given. Was it not ready? Let me get an older version.
Maybe soon has a purify. Maybe, maybe.
and then test given. I don't know what's wrong with my IDE.
Library.
Hmm?
So download it in the library.
Yeah. How do I zoom on this? I can all see. Is it fine?
Yeah, I don't know that. Yeah.
Can you all see?
Yeah, I can see.
It's taking a while. It's all good. Sure. This. Yeah, it's my own package. Yeah, it's my own package. You can basically write it in how you want. Anything you want. Anything you want. It's done. Let's see if it's working. Nah, my ID is failing me. Let me restart it. Let's see. Is it? Oh, this thing. Mm-hmm. External packages. Rest assured. Names. So why is it not reading? Dependency. Okay, it's failing us this side. I'll just run it back and then this side. When I run it, I'll just write code, testing code on this testing IDE once. I'm not.
No,
Nah, I can see the screen.
It's showing. I can.
Okay, let me stop
screen.
sharing and then share again. Let's see. Maybe it's on your side only. All right, everyone can see. Can everyone see, guys?
Yes, I can see. I can see. It's clear. You just did a zoom there. Yeah, it's clear. What is Aquabro? What are you using? I've never seen this. What is it? IDE QA?
Yeah, it's a QA IDE. So it's used by QAs. Basically, you can write all the testing scripts on it. Supports all your Cypress, your set.
Right. Or Playwright.
Yeah, it supports a Playwright as well. Let me quickly show you everything it supports in the project. So your Selenium with PyTest, your Selenium Playwright with Python, Playwright, Compose HTML, Express, Playwright, Cypress, and then I can click here view for more plugins, and then you have more as well.
How? Then why? Okay. Nice.
Hopefully this side it works. Rest assured. But if I import, I can find it. But if I just write it to auto import, why is it not finding it?
You don't need
Okay,
another
there it
add-on.
is. No, there it is. It's what it seems.
Or you have to write the base name rest.
Let me see if I say okay, then I will find it. I am better on my side. Anyone wants to share? We'll write code together.
We need to You're the only one who has this, I think.
Yeah, but it's live though. I can push this code to our live server, and then everyone can have it. It's going to be available in like 2 minutes, 30 seconds.
Okay.
To this base URL. My ID is today. I drank all of them.
Do you need a restart of your machine? Something?
I'm not sure because I was running up. I don't think so. I just updated these things. No, Yana. Do you think it needs a restart? I doubt.
I doubt.
Let me just shut everything down and see.
What do we need to do on our side if you're saying you want to? Maybe you can run us. Oh, you have to say rest. Okay, sorry.
Oh, When a capital letter, now that's why I made it capital letter. That's why.
Wow, that's it. Hey, you see coding.
All right. So let me run this back and then. So, like I was saying, I like to write my own helper classes because I want to avoid things like Mangpala so, and then I have to say like your base, your IR, and then you have to put in your local host, like we did Lana. So this is our documentation. So this is the base URL basically. And then anything from there that follows the base will be like your endpoint. So this is your base URL, and then this will be our endpoint, like our path to our endpoints, basically. So this is a base, and then we say giving that, and then we want to have our headers, and also want to have our your is it takes a string as the our user we know was this one. We know it wants username, password, email, and a role. So we can copy these these things. Them learner, delete. So it wants a password, email, and a role. So since we said this is a string, we need to make sure that these are also strings. These are our keys. And then for value, for username, you want to register John. And then for password is John at 1, 2, 3. Then for John, email.com. 3 or 4 rows, if I remember correctly. We have admin, user, guest, and moderator. So we John as a guest. As a JSON package, and then say our body. I want to say whoever. Okay. We need to convert this. Since this is a map, we need to convert it to a string, so that we can be able to send it across a network. We will need this package. I normally use this package from Google. And then that way we can just say new JSON import dot to JSON and pass in user one. So this will convert this object into a string. So a string of E. Let's quickly run this thing so that we can see how does it look like. So if we run this, so it's sending a JSON file like so. So we have our role, which is guest, and then our password, which is John at 123, email, which is John at email, username, which is just John. Questions so far? We all good.
So far, so good.
Hmm?
I'm still good.
Okay.
Mm.
And so yeah. Bokhuluma bephelele. Oh, all right. So here then, you can use this when but then normally you just say post because the same thing. I just say post, and then you put in your endpoint there, which is this.
Whichever one you need to return something.
Yeah, whichever one you want to send to, basically. So I'm sending it. Yeah, so I'm sending it to users / register this. So remember, this is so everything under this class. Under this controller, remember I said everything under this controller will always start with this. Hence, I decided to write it only once instead of having to write it cornerly everywhere. So everything will adopt this as this comes before this part. So your URL will always be like this HTTP / localhost 88 for local, and then it's going to be API / view1 / users / and then auth if you want to register, and then register. So it's taking this part, which is learner, and then whichever endpoint that you want to do. If you want to post, is a learner. If you want to log in, you just change here to log in, which is this one, and then if you want to get all your users, just remove all of this. It will take this automatically for the learning endpoint to get all the users. And if you want to get a user by ID, just say / and then you put in your ID of that user that you want to fetch. And then same thing with delete, update, and getting a user by specific ID. And then there's this one, which is just me, which gets the person who is currently logged in. So all of them are basically using this same endpoint as a start, and then whatever they end with on each endpoint like belong upon. So hence this part I said auth users and then register myself. And then so we wanted to return a response basically. Response equals to. So this will return a response. And then from that response, we can read anything we want. So we want to first assert that this response is register returns a 201. Yeah, created is 201. So we want to first confirm that it returns that 201 response dot assert that. but then you don't want a 200, you want a 201. Can also write. So now if you're using EJ unit, just say asset that asset equals. If you're using just J unit, you don't want to use assertion here, rest assured. So if you wanted 200, just call 201, I mean. You wanted 201 response, and then you just say response equals to status code. So these two lines are the same. So it's up to you with which one you want to use, either this one or you want to use either this one. And then to quickly run this, let me make both of them. Okay, let me make the first one pass and then this one to fail. Say 200. So this one should fail, this one should pass. And then let me give it a message, go to wrong status code. Yeah, it's fine like this. So let's run and try to register Ochon. Okay. But singa continue at T90 and then I don't know who's going to record, who has a recording software, some like I get on because I can't record on it. What software are you using for? Let me try downloading it.